Glad to see you too, Mimi. Hello there, what can I do for you today? If this is about your case, I've narrowed down the list of likely candidates by looking at people who came to Lumios within the last few years. Thanks, Emma, but it's actually another missing person we're here for today. Another missing person? Alright, let's hear it. We need to find EK's opponent for his next promotion match. Do you have a name? Grisham. Grisham, I know the name, one of the top ranked trainers in the ZA Royale, or so I've heard. I can give you the information you need, but this knowledge could potentially put you in danger. Do you still want to know? I figured you'd say that. Okay, I know what to do. If you beat me in a battle, I'll tell you what I know. Come on, let's head outside. She forgot her Pokémon in here. Let's say she uses psychic types. Because I don't remember the last time I battled with her. You should know, Emma's really strong. Her detective work means she's too busy for the ZA Royale, but she'd be in the top ranks for sure. Are you ready to battle me? I'll be using Pokemon that were given to me by a man who played an important role in my life. Malamar, everyone let's go. Okay, so before I start this, so we saw Lysander, but Looker is still lost in this world somewhere. Of course, he lost in the real world. I can't remember. Ampharos. I need Florges. I should have Florges on my team. Now before that happens, oh wow. I did it before her. My Pokemon and I aren't alone. My old mentors have our backs in spirit. Good thing those old guys aren't here to see this. Tell me, what do you two know about Team Flare? They're the group that caused all that trouble for Kalos 5 years ago, right? Exactly right. Their team was led by a man named Lysander. He disappeared 5 years ago, but now he's reappeared, calling himself L. He's been spotted around town with a mysterious Pokémon. It seems suspicious, so I decided to investigate them, not for a client, just for me. But everything I've uncovered tells me that L hasn't been doing anything sinister at all. In fact, he seems to be genuinely trying to help save Lumios, so it's not the old guard we've got to worry about here, but rather the new. See, about 5 years ago, I had my own ties to someone who was involved in Team Flare. That's how I heard what I'm about to tell you. Because Team Flare collapsed, they started making moves to ensure they left a legacy. Apparently, they tried a few different things, including making the expansion suit that I use. Another one of their efforts involved training up a new generation to carry on their ideals. Grisham was one of the young trainers that Team Flare taught, though it's not clear if Grisham is even a real name or not. And now it seems Grisham is taking part in the ZA Royale, but why? To what end? There's no real saying for sure, not until I do some more digging at least. You know what? I bet Mabel at the Pokemon Research Lab could tell you more about Grisham. Why didn't we ask her first? That would make the most sense. Oh, I guess they don't know that she was part of Team Flare. Even though she was like a lieutenant or something. Sorry, but that's not for me to say. It's up to Mabel to decide how much she wants to share. Thanks for the tip, Emma. I'll do some investigating of my own. You should go to the Pokemon Research Lab and see what Mabel says. Going straight there. That rat, that vile little man. I can't believe that mayor. It's not my fault we keep getting more wild zones. And it's not even like I can tell him off, not when he knows I'm basically at his mercy. But that doesn't mean I should go get worked into the ground. I'm acting director of this place. Are you making progress on my research tasks? I want to know about Grisham. Grisham? Who could that be? Team Flare. It seems you already know more about Gris than I would have thought. This is Team Flare music. Fine, so I used to be part of Team Flare. I don't really mind telling people if they're merely curious. But there are still people today who react badly if they hear the words Team Flare, you know? So I don't exactly walk around advertising it, but I won't lie about it if I'm asked either. When everything fell apart, I got taken into custody along with the others, but I took a plea deal. So I got made acting director of this lab. Easy to keep tabs on me if I always stuck here, right? My role in Team Flare also had me looking into Pokemon energy and all, so I don't hate the work. Sorry, didn't mean for a sob story to spill out. You want to know about Grisham, huh? He was a part of the younger generation in Team Flare. Everyone called him Gris. It means gray, like the color of ashes. He was pretty strong when it came to Pokemon battles. Not that he got much chance to show off that skill at the time. I honestly don't know what he might be thinking now, joining the ZA Royale. But if you've really got to know, you might want to try Nouveau Cafe over in Centrico Plaza. You didn't know anybody was still part of Team Flare? They didn't just leave the city. You'll find out when you go, won't you? Sheesh, kid. Don't take all the mystery and fun out of life. You're about to walk into a pretty sticky situation, but I'll be there to help you when the time comes. And don't forget, I still want you to keep up the research work. Okay, time to go talk to the food truck people. Food truck people. I'm not here for coffee. Is that supposed to be mustard? The only good thing we've got to offer is our location. You here for another nasty drink? If you'd like to order something, please speak to the young lady there. Wait, is this him? Oh, isn't this entertaining? It looks like you've managed to find your next opponent. The quiet master of Centrico Plaza, famed Nouveau Cafe truck, is indeed just a front. The truth is, I am one of the top ranked trainers in the ZA Royale, the foremost trainer in rank B. I can't say that I would have imagined that this would be right in front of me the whole time. And the boss of Team Flare Nouveau. Yes, you found me. Grisham at your service. I've got my own goals to achieve, goals that have brought me to the ZA Royale, which is why I can't let you defeat me. I suppose this still makes little sense to you, however. Shall I explain the whole thing? Grisham, you know this kid is with AZ. There's no point in even trying to explain it all to someone on AZ's side. This is Grizel, one of my comrades in Team Flare Nouveau. Let's take this kid down right here, right now, while we've got the chance. Grizel, please do calm yourself. Nouveau Cafe is here to offer comfort to the masses. It's no place to start a commotion. Fine, I sent you a location. If you care at all about knowing the truth, go there and wait. We'll close up shop, then head over. If you'd be so kind, please check your map and find your own way. We'll meet you there. They didn't even close shop or nothing. It's clean though. Can we battle for the food truck? Trying to make extra money. Probably a front. Look at you, waiting like a good little boy. I imagine you must be asking yourself why we would want to meet at such a spot. This is Lysander Cafe. It was a very important place for anyone in Team Flare, though now it is an empty storefront. No one has any desire to rent a location so closely associated with such a disreputable group. And since no one wants it, we've taken the liberty of continuing to use it as a base for Team Flare, or more rightly, for Team Flare Nouveau. But you know about Team Flare, don't you? What can an outsider like you know about what Team Flare really was? Grizel. Grisham, this kid is our enemy. He's nothing but an obstacle to all the goals we hope to achieve for Team Flare Nouveau. There's no point in trying to explain everything to someone like this. Let's just get rid of him. The world has not been kind or forgiving towards those of us who were a part of Team Flare. I'm afraid it's all too understandable, sad though it is, that some harden their hearts in response, like Grizel over here has done. My apologies. I'm afraid there is simply no stopping Grizel once she is set on a course of action. Though it will mean revealing your battle tactics to me before our promotion match, I must ask, please, won't you grant Grizel the battle she desires? I have a Sharpedo. Let's do this. Fight me. I'm going to burn you to the ground. There won't be enough of you left to fight in the Zia Royale. I don't think she has a Mega Ring. That hurt. Oh, time to heal. Yep, just come back over here. Now, why do you have that? What do you mean? Do you have a Mega Ring and does Pyroar have one? I've got to win this battle. We can't let anyone stand in our way. I did not know she had that. It's kind of interesting. It kind of looks weird for Pyroar, but I think that's like the symbol for fire anyway. This is ridiculous. I lost. My Pokemon lost. Now chill out. That was well fought. I expected nothing less from Team MZ's new ace, the one who seeks to save Lumiose City. I'd say it's time for a little coffee break. Voila! One Ember Roast, our signature drink at Nouveau Cafe. That should have perked up the Pokemon who battled for us as well. Now that we're all feeling refreshed, allow me to teach you about the true history of Team Flare and what it is we hope to accomplish. Please join us inside. I mean, I guess. The fiery red of Lysander's burning passion. That is what fills this Lysander Cafe. And here in this place, I'd like to explain to you why I chose to battle in the ZA Royale. Shall we begin with Team Flare? You see, the group known as Team Flare provided a place for people to come together and help one another, all to achieve a more beautiful world. However, our leader, a man named Lysander, grew disillusioned with humanity over time. Fearing what the future might bring, he set his sights on a new goal of his own to reduce the number of people in the world. In the end, Lysander made a truly foolish choice. He chose to use the ultimate weapon. Do you know about the ultimate weapon, which nearly burned the Kalos region off the map? That weapon was AZ's creation. You may only see AZ as the kindly figure who has provided you with a place to call home, but if he had never built something so horrifying as that ultimate weapon, then Lysander would have never been driven to such madness. And we in Team Flare wouldn't have become society's outcasts. And now it appears AZ is out to save Lumiose, relying on the support of your Team MZ. Honestly, it's laughable. My apologies. I imagine you don't know how to respond to such an unexpected outpouring. And of course, you might not even believe a word that I've said. That is why I invite you here, to witness the truth yourself. You'll see. Open sesame. Beyond that door lies the former Lysander Labs. It was a facility used for research in the days when Team Flare was still active. And it was down there that we learned AZ's secrets for ourselves. That is where we learned of the terrible weapon that AZ created. You must see the truth with your own eyes if you are to fully understand how awful it is. Lysander Labs was designed to be labyrinthine. And of course, plenty of wild Pokemon have taken over the place since it was abandoned. You might be done in before you ever get to see the truth for yourself. I kind of want one of those cups. What's living down here? I figured enough time had passed for you to have gotten yourself in some trouble. Let me guess, you're down in Lysander's labs. If so, there should be an elevator right in front of you. See it? You'll need to find an elevator key. There should be one lying around there somewhere. I'm afraid I might see some, like, Voltor or something. Something's here. There's a Houndoom. Okay, one down. Anything else? Anything else? Is this it? Nope. Yeah, I didn't think so. We can't go this way. Nothing right here. The Houndoom was right here. Wait a minute. There's a magnifying glass on the... Yeah, that could help. The lights are back on, and nearby warp panels should work now. Metric. I want one. Got the lab card key. And a TM for Dog Pulse. What's this? Can't go this way. Can I? Wait a minute, I want that. And where are they going? I'm building the living decks. Let me see. What number are you? 85. Where am I? It'd be here. Already went to this one. Went to that one. So, does this door work now? Yep. Some sees me. Sounds familiar. Oh, it was flying. Got the big one first. So there's another key that I'm gonna need. I guess I can continue. Wait, I can use this. I think I found it. What was I doing? Confused myself. It wasn't this one, it was this one. That's a Beldum. I want that. This was where I was before. Animatang. Let's knock it out. Wait, you don't have crunch. Darn. I'm gonna get y'all one day. Knock this one out. So Garchomp, you didn't win? It's definitely a cafeteria. Yeah, that's an alpha. Lab card C. I don't even know if I need this right now. This is where I came from. Nothing back here. So let's heal you up. I think that this key card goes to here? Oh. Let's switch out. Give me an Aegislash today. An Aegislash floats in the way. It looks like you'll have to defeat it to continue ahead. And they just disappeared, okay. I wanted to keep that. Am I doing the right thing? Because there's definitely, that's definitely the goal. I wonder what the rest of the region looks like. Wait, did I have to do all of that just to continue? Okay. I thought I was just doing extra stuff. I guess the second floor? He didn't really tell me anything. Oh, go to floor 3. Nothing here but the XP candy. Some of the machinery powered back on in response to your presence. Security check initialized. Possession of all keycards has been confirmed. Commencing partial reboot of systems. Systems rebooted. Voice guidance enabled. 4 files are available for playback. File 1, the device. File 2, the fuel. File 3, the legends. File 4, our shared dream. Which file would you like to review? The shared dream, I guess? As the world grows wealthier, the number of Pokemon and people will only continue to grow, and that growth will invite new difficulties. In time, life will fill every corner of the planet until no more life can be sustained. When there is only one of something, it cannot be shared. When something cannot be shared, it will be fought over. And when something is fought over, some must survive without it. The only way to create a world where people live in beauty, a world without conflict or theft, is to reduce the number of living things. My comrades in Team Flare, the time has come to lead the world toward a more beautiful future. That was cool, I guess. Also saw somewhere that one of the NPCs was like, you had to pay like 5 million to get into Team Flare. This is about the legends. Kalos is said to have 2 legendary Pokemon, Xerneas which represents life and rebirth, and Yveltal, representing destruction and death. The power to grant life and the power to steal life. These are mysterious abilities that even science has not even been able to decode. What would happen to the world if we were to use such power to activate the ultimate weapon? The fuel. The device that grants life, in fact, grants the deceased life stolen from other Pokémon. This is because the basic function of the device is to distill energy into its purest form, then emit that distilled energy. This emission can take the form of convection, radiation, or conduction. Thus, life can be conducted back into a Pokémon that had lost its own, allowing it to be revived. What then would occur if we were to fuel the device with the energy of a legendary Pokémon? Which file would you like to review? The device. The device that grants life. This device was created 3,000 years in the past. It was originally designed to restore life to a Pokémon that had perished. We had found this ultimate weapon buried in the earth beneath Geosinge Town. It was well preserved. We believe we can have it operational with a little work, but we have not yet found the necessary key to activate the weapon. We believe AZ should still possess it, since he was the machine's creator. We must find him to capture him without delay. Have you learned the secret of the ultimate weapon? How truly abominable it was? AZ created that weapon. Then, 1,000 years later, he also made a device that now dwells within the Prism Tower. Zygarde seemed to wish that I come to this place. I have lost most of my memories, and yet this place does bring back something. What I remember most clearly is AZ. When I spoke with him 5 years ago, through the bars of his cell, I did not know his true intent, but I did learn of the device within Prism Tower. I set my mind on activating both the ultimate weapon and that device. But to activate the device required a certain Pokémon, one particular Floette, and there was no way to know where that Floette could be found. That led me to abandon my plans for the tower's device, but the ultimate weapon could still be activated using the key AZ carried, and so I did. There was an explosion, I remember that much, though I cannot recall the cause of it. Perhaps the weapon was incomplete. I was buried deep in the earth, together with Team Flare's secret base. Zygarde saved me. It worked to protect all living creatures in the area from the light raining down, the deadly light of the ultimate weapon. In doing so, Zygarde exhausted its own power. But at the weapon's activation, the device in Prism Tower awakened as well, sensing danger. Now it has become a threat to Lumiose. It could fully lose control at any time. To stop the device and protect this city, Zygarde must regain its true power. It has given me a mission. Sooner or later, the tower will enter a frenzied state similar to Rogue Mega Evolution. The only one who can bring it back under control is AZ's Floette. Yes, we need the Eternal Flower and a trainer who can draw forth her full power. This is the truth, I know, And now you have learned all that those young people waiting in Lysander's Cafe wanted you to learn. Go speak with Grisham and with AZ, then do what must be done. Very convenient of Zargard coming to save you. Well, I did what you told me to do. Did you see Lysander? I was thinking the same thing. To think that he is still alive, and yet he doesn't seem to remember us in the slightest. How could he just forget? It's all because of him that the rest of us are so. There will be a time for such things later. And you, EK, you now know the truth of AZ's sins. And so I make this request of you. Get AZ's Floette and give her to me. Why would I do that? You must see it by now. With AZ's special Floette, we should be able to keep Prism Tower controlled. Everything we've learned points to that conclusion. We must stop the tower from going on a rampage if we're ever to achieve the kind of beautiful world Team Flare once dreamed of. And if we can be the ones to protect Lumios, then people will finally see us differently. You understand? We were mere children, born to those who chose to join Team Flare. And yet, we too became pariah in the eyes of society when Team Flare was disbanded. But we couldn't just leave Lumios. The city is our home too, and we love it as much as anyone else. The only reason Team Flare existed was to make Lumios better, to make all of Kalos better. At Nouveau Cafe, we've worked hard to provide coffee to those who have little else. And as we've worked here, we've also heard the voices of Lumios's people. We understand this city better than anyone else. We know its people better than anyone else. So if you really want to face me in battle, you'll need more than just a challenger's ticket. You'll need to be ready to hand over AZ's Floette to me. I must become the strongest Pokemon trainer by battling my way up through the ZA Royale. I must become the strongest Mega Evolution user. Then I will be the one to restrain Prism Tower with AZ's Floette. Go talk with the rest of Team MZ to decide what it is you really ought to do. It's time they all learned of AZ's sins. Now, go back to Hotel Z. Also, future reference, I'm keeping Floette. You've returned. I heard from Emma what leads you were following up on. I imagine you've learned much of my tale by now, isn't that right? Oh, EK, did you manage to find Grisham? He's the cafe guy. No kidding. I went digging into the rumors about Grisham with Emma after our chat. Sounds like he's one formidable trainer. Plus, he's part of his group, Team Flare Nouveau, and he's been gathering all sorts of info about Lumios from customers at Nouveau's Cafe. That actually pretty smart. He even seems to know something weird's going on with Prism Tower. AZ, is there any chance you could tell us more about the tower, given the situation? Yes, I've also been thinking it is time I talk to you all about it. Come, we can speak on the roof. EK, you know of the ultimate weapon, don't you? Then I shall tell you of the terrible sins I have committed, and of my regrets. In the war that occurred 3,000 years ago, many things were lost. So many Pokémon had their futures stolen. People lost the everyday lives they'd known. My Floette was sent to the front lines, where she lost her life. I made a device, a machine that could grant life, also that I could revive my beloved Floette. I brought Floette back to life. I got back what I had loved most. But my rage had not subsided. I could not forgive the world that had hurt the Pokémon that I loved. In my rage, I remade my device into the ultimate weapon. I put an end to the senseless conflict that would have taken everything from us by becoming destruction itself. The light fired from the ultimate weapon reached the heavens, then poured down, burning away all that rested upon the earth. But Floette must have known the truth. She must have realized that the life I had given her was stolen from so many other Pokémon. She left me, and I wandered alone for 3,000 years. Seriously? For 3,000 whole years? During those long years of aimless wandering, a man of great power asked me for my help. He said he wanted a way to protect Kalos. At this, I thought to myself, I cannot make another device that would take from others, but perhaps I could make one that would share the eternal life I had bestowed on Floette. That is what Ange is. That is what is hidden deep within Prism Tower. I built Ange to give meaning to the eternal life I had burdened Floette with. It was, in one sense, my attempt to atone to Floette for what I had done. I dreamed of the day when I could use Ange after reuniting with Floette at last. That day did not come to pass, but that was because we were living in a time of peace. But now Ange. The tower is emitting excessive amounts of mega power, even without Mega Floette present. This is only conjecture on my part, but I believe it may be related to the ultimate weapon being fired 5 years ago. That shock awoke Ange and has changed the mega power contained within to spill forth. It has led to this rampant rogue mega evolution. The Pokémon suffer, the people come to harm. There is only one way to put an end to the pain. A Mega Evolution user must Mega Evolve Floette. Together, reach the control panel within Ange. I never could have imagined that you and Floette had that kind of history, and the tower too. So we need the strongest Mega Evolution user to stop the tower from going berserk? I have a question. Why would Floette be able to Mega Evolve at all? Normally, Pokemon can only Mega Evolve when they aren't capable of evolving any further. Shouldn't Floette be able to evolve into Florges? My Floette cannot evolve. Perhaps because she is such a special Pokemon, having received the lives of so many others. Though, that is my only conjecture. Floette returning to my side again after 3,000 years was an act of forgiveness. but she likely also returned to me so that I could atone for my sins by stopping the tower. However, I no longer have it in me to do battle as a trainer. I mean, yeah, I guess that might have kicked all these events into motion, AZ. But I'm sure you never dreamed the tower would go berserk like this. It doesn't matter. AZ still made this awful mess, and Team MZ is stuck cleaning it up. Naveen, I appreciate that AZ is trying to right his wrongs, and I owe him as much as any of us do. I don't want to be the bad guy any more than the rest of you, but accountability matters. You do realize we might die trying to fix all this, don't you? Naveen is correct in what he says. I continue to cause you children nothing but trouble because of my own powerlessness. I am truly sorry. I understand, AZ. Just leave this to Team MZ. EK. It's up to us to keep the tower from going wild, and that means you've got to beat Grisham. Then we could count on you. We'll be the ones to stop the tower, not Grisham and Team Nouveau. I said New Flare. That's technically the name, I guess. But Team Flare Nouveau. Alright, it's time you go challenge Grisham to a promotion match. Thank you. I will forever be grateful for meeting you all, my dear Team MZ. And I got my tickets. $29, I should need more than that. Most of you can Mega Evolve. The ones to carry me are probably going to be Garchomp and Sharpedo, specifically for fire types. Let's go. Did you arrive at an answer together with your fellows in Team MZ? Honestly, why has Team MZ been trying so hard to reach the top of the ZA Royale anyway? Yeah, we know all about the old man and that black flower floette of his. So all you idiots hope to achieve is helping AZ tidy away the mess he made for everyone. Grizel, please, that's too far. But it is true that you, EK, don't have any real ties to this city. What reason does some outsider like you have to want to protect Lumios? I've come to love this city. That's good. I'm glad you also have something you wish to fight for. But it still pales before my own desire to emerge victorious from this battle. I will become the greatest trainer and use AZ's Floette to protect this city from the tower. And I will restore honor to the memory of Team Flare and all who have ever had their names tied to it. I will make our dream into reality at last. That is why I must defeat you. No more delays. Let's finish this. Charizard. One piping hot battle to go. You know what? I never thought about him having the Charizard. Your resolve is nothing compared to my own. You carry nothing like the burdens that I carry. And yet you think you'll be able to save Lumios. May the flames of Team Flare rage strong and true, and burn away all our shame and regrets. Charizard, let your dark flames pour forth. Pyroar, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a full heal. Since it's a Pyroar, we're gonna switch. Wow! Now before that happens, why was that so strong? So bulky. Salamence. Is it going to be X or Y? Why waste my wasted youth? Nothing but ash to ruin. Mega Evolve and burn it all away, Charizard. I shouldn't be surprised. It is a fire dragon type, which means that Earthquake. You certainly do direct your Pokémon with skill. There is no denying it. No one higher than me. You lost, but Charizard and the rest of your team looked happy in that battle, Grisham. If only we could leave behind the name of Team Flare, leave behind Lumiose itself. We'd free ourselves of such a heavy burden. But Team Flare and the dreams that Lysander hoped to make real, that world of beauty and that sense of justice still have hold of us, and they tie us to this place. Lysander may have gone astray, but there was true righteousness in his heart. His ideals, the care he showed for all of us. If I threw them aside now, I don't know who I'd be. It seems you are now Lumiose's strongest Mega Evolution user. Please take care of Prism Tower in our city. If you have need of us, we will come to your aid. After all, Nouveau exists in order to help others, so we can make the world beautiful together. Toward that aim, let me provide you with a TM. Flare Blitz. And come by Nouveau Cafe anytime. I'll make you one of those fire blast roasts you like. I may have been defeated. I may have been found unworthy of becoming Zygarde's trainer. But I'll build a life that shows these things aren't what define me. Grisham. It seems self-serving desires crept in and overshadowed the ideals he holds dear. Though I, of course, am to blame for that. Thank you for helping him to see the error of his ways. Prism Tower appears to be near its breaking point. And unfortunately, Zygarde still lacks the last of the cells it needs to use its full strength. When the time comes, I hope you'll be able to protect this city. Or rather, not the city itself, but every living being here in Lumiose. Okay, I'm with Naveen this time. We eat this way too much. Guess what? I made it to rank A too. Well, you both reached rank A the same day? It must have helped you a lot to have strong teammates like each other to train with. With 2 A-rank trainers, I know we'll be able to take care of the tower. Big yes to that. I suppose that means it's nearly time for Floette to help us resolve this whole situation. I wonder who Floette will choose. Floette? What is it? What's wrong? Wait, Floette looks like she's in pain. The tower. It's Ange. Is it Ange that's affecting you? Looks like she'll be okay. But I'm sure Floette's pretty worried too. There's no telling if we'll really be able to stop the tower. That's true enough. But we'll never succeed if we let ourselves get too caught up worrying about things going wrong. Yeah, now's the time to blow off steam and have some fun. Shake the worries off. We've got some big wins to celebrate after all. You said it. Rest easy this night. I know that the future of Lumiose and of all this world will be safe in your hands. That night. Guess we ain't resting easy. You alright? I'm gonna find out what's happening. Meet me by the elevator. Good, everyone's okay. What even was that? An earthquake? No, it's something to do with Prism Tower. Looks like things are taking a turn for the worse. Canary's streaming about it now. Let's get to the roof so we can see for ourselves. Why is the elevator always so slow? Normally I'd say the slowness is part of its janky charm. Here we go. Should we really take an elevator? Getting all 4 of us in this poor little elevator will be a squeeze. AZ, Floette, you're okay. We are fine, but I thank you for your concern. What was that shaking, AZ? You'll recall how Floette seemed pained earlier this evening. I wondered if she might be responding to Ange in some way, so I came up to view the tower. Look there. Definitely was not glowing like that earlier. Oh my gosh, Prism Tower. This looks really bad. The time I feared has come. It won't be long before the tower, before Ange, goes rogue as well. The excessive mega power I spoke of before, at which the tower has been emitting. It will likely cause an explosion of rogue mega evolution across the entire city. Don't worry, AZ. Team MZ's gonna take care of it. Hey Vinny, this about the tower? It is. The situation looks dire. We need you on this right away. I understand. We'll head out now. Alright, Team MZ. Let's regroup in Centrico Plaza. Once Floette has mega evolved, she can take on the power of the tower, the power of Ange. Then the tower can assume the form it was always intended to take, Ange Floette. You must help the tower attain its true form if we are to stop it from destroying the city. It would only slow you down if I were to go, so I will remain here and support you from afar. Maybe you can cook us up something good to celebrate when we get back, AZ. You wish for me to cook? It is a fine idea. I am familiar with so many different cuisines. Floette, good luck. I am counting on you. I know you will prove yourself equal to this task, EK. I am so grateful that our paths crossed. Damage to centrifugal control. Okay, so let's see what the city is looking like. Okay. So we are going to end it right here, and it looks like the final battle for the story will be completed next time. So I will see you later.